everyone, Joy here. I'm back with this week's Minimalist home tour. Yes, look at these lovely roses. I'd love to share this with you. I wanted to record the intro before they wither, so I think it's so beautiful. For this week's Minimalist home tour, I wanted to talk about enjoying the mundane, which is the boring days, the boring tasks, the monotone of every day. When I look back at my own life and I look at all the accomplishments that I'm proud of, right? The things that people think are glamorous, let's say opening a business, almost getting my PhD, soon, beautiful hair and makeup, being fluent in English, having a YouTube channel. Every single accomplishment that looks cool and dramatic now, there were so many days of mundane, boring days and tasks behind that to get there. When I was in school in US, I was always very scared of lunchtime because the cafeteria was big. There were so many students and there was so much English around me and I didn't know anybody. And I remember this one time I even ate lunch hiding in a bathroom stall because I didn't want anybody to see me alone who didn't speak a word of English. I was very self-conscious. And I went from that to becoming one of the best students in school when I graduated high school, studying in English and thriving. To this day, that investment pays off, right? I'm doing YouTube with English so that I can reach a more of a global audience. This didn't happen overnight, is the point. To try and get better at English, because I'm also a very proud person, okay? I'm a proud, productive person. So I was acutely aware of what I was lacking, right? I had to learn English quickly and fast if I wanted something for myself in the future, if I wanted to make friends, if I wanted to get good grades in school and find a way to go to college. So what I would do is I'll take a book that I already read in Korean and I would get an English version of it and I would actually start reading, and sometimes I would not know every other word, right? So I would have to highlight every word and take my little electronic dictionary. If you're an immigrant student, you will know what I'm talking about. There's the little portable electronic dictionary. I typed in every word that I didn't know and I used to write definitions on top of the page and I would number the definitions, right? So it was almost like a second dictionary, every single one of my books. Everything's pretty much highlighted. Sometimes it'll take me hours to get through a couple of pages. But that's the mundane, boring investment that I made to get good at something. So contrary to what people might assume that I'm arrogant about my accomplishments, I think actually the more arrogant thing is to talk down about someone else's accomplishment that they have worked for instead of you making the effort to also get something that you want. I think because I'm a naturally passionate person, I attract a lot of people who are hoping to accomplish things in their lives. At least that's the way I perceive things, right? I try to see things from a positive light. So people who are naturally ambitious are drawn to me because I'm the same way. But I have noticed that among some of these people, there are certain groups of people that still haven't learned this lesson, that they have to do the unglamorous, the uncool, the boring to get to a couple moments of glorious coolness, so on and so forth. Just think of a singer, an artist. They have to spend years of being unknown until they get their one big break. And then now everybody knows their name. And it's so easy to be like, oh, they had it easy, they're just special. But here's the thing, if those singers who became famous didn't do those dumb gigs where there's only 2 or 3 people, maybe people said they're not talented, but they still have to keep pushing through. If they didn't make that amateur demo tapes, who's going to know how talented they are? If they didn't do those dumb shows on a cruise or a small hole in the wall, how would people know that they even exist? That's why I always have respect for people who clearly have earned their way. It's a fine line. That is not to dismiss the fact that not everyone has equal opportunities. What I'm saying though is that very common expression, right? The heaven helps those who help themselves. I don't mean this in a religious way, but I just mean this in the terms of common sense way. Why would anybody invest into you, whether they're family or a stranger or your lover or whatever, if you never delivered anything on your promise? And the only way to prove that you're worthy of investment of people's time, love, and energy is that you have to show action consistently, and if you fall, you have to get back up. You have to muscle through those mundane days to get to where you want to go. Again, I'm not really coming from a place of preaching, but I have experienced, at least for certain aspects of my life, all the process that it takes to get to where I want to go. For instance, to open a salon business, I had to get the license first, which means I had to go to the academy. Of course, there were days where it was just boring, just playing with perm rods is boring, but I had to do it anyway to get the license. And then I had to get the job as an intern. And then I had to do the interning for a while to become a hair designer. And then I had to go through and probably ruin a couple of people's hairstyles to get pretty decent at it and then start earning more money, and then I could open a business. Everything is a process. Same thing with having more energy, being more fit, being more healthy, having more muscles. These things are slow process. I couldn't even run for 15 minutes on a treadmill in, I believe, 2015. And I remember being so ashamed at myself and looking at the mirror and not liking what I see, and also just physically feeling the weight of my decisions. And then I started trying to go to the gym. Sometimes I feel, even to this day, some days I skip, but now I have a decent routine. But this is something that didn't happen overnight. This is something that happened because there were so many mundane days where I trudged along, where I dragged myself to go to the gym, to try one more time, to try and eat something healthier than something unhealthy, and then failing sometimes. Also learning how to forgive myself so that I can make better decisions in the future. Instead of being offended by that statement, being like, oh, you're dismissing the struggles that people go through, opportunities are not equal. Trust me, I know opportunities are not equal. I was an immigrant, remember? Do you remember? When you accept that most people have to have gone through many, many boring, mundane days to get to where they want to go, then you are actually able to have some hope for yourself. I'm willing to bet that most of us are not going to some red carpet event every other day. Most of us are not constantly being showered by admiration from other people, unless you're being love bombed. But do you know what I mean? Most of us are living those boring, mundane days. But the beautiful thing is, some of us do make it, which means there's hope for you and I, some of us, to make it if we keep going, if we keep doing the mundane, boring things. I don't want to give people delusional false hope. If you say, oh, I'm meant to be a successful artist, I'm meant to be a model, I'm meant to be a successful business person, but everyday life, you don't really do anything. You say you want to be a tech CEO, but you don't even know how to do coding and you never bother learning, and you just claim to have a passion, then I'm willing to bet that you actually do not have the passion, and you're lying to yourself and you're lying to everybody else. The difference between being delusional and being on your path and being hopeful and achieving things is based on what actions you're taking today. Are you doing those mundane, boring, unglamorous tasks to get close to your goal? For instance, if you want to go back to school, are you studying to go back to school? If you want to become a great painter, are you studying painting techniques? Are you painting today? If you want to become a supermodel, are you exercising? Are you learning poses? Are you reaching out to modeling agencies? If you want to become a tech CEO, are you studying about tech? Are you saving up money? Are you looking up investors? Are you creating the type of pedigree that makes people want to invest? Do you respect other people's money and time and effort? Have you earned it? Are you trying to earn it? Do you know what I mean? Again, some people might see me and call me delusional. For my YouTube channel, I am investing into my looks, aren't I? Invested into 2 more lights actually. So I don't know if you can see, but this lighting can shift right here. Every week, I'm uploading a video. I'm trying to improve its quality. And I know for a fact that these boring, mundane days will pay off in the future. And the wonderful thing is, even if it doesn't pay off in the ways that I had hoped, here's the thing. I'm not trying to be pushy with people, but I always encourage people to go for whatever it is that they want, at least in one aspect of their life. Because in their pursuit of trying to get to where they want to go, they're going to learn so much. When you succeed in one area of your life, right? For instance, me learning how to become fluent in English. The type of discipline and self-management that I learned during that time is the exact same qualities that has also helped me thrive in other areas of my life. For instance, if I don't feel like going to the gym, I just know just how me looking up every single word in my book to learn English language, every single hour or minute that I spend at the gym, every single day that I do choose to go instead of not going, I know it will pay off because I'm using the same type of discipline. Instead of demanding results from people, from the world, I am actually drawing that energy into me. Even if I don't look the way I want, all I'm going to do that I can do today is to put on my running shoes and go to the gym. Even if I don't become fluent in English someday, all I'm going to do is to get through this page today. Even if I'm not going to become an influencer and make a lot of money that gives me the nomadic lifestyle and see the world, these are my dreams for my channel, right? Even if I never get there, all I can do today is make decent content for this week. Maybe I will learn to get better at public speaking. Maybe I will learn to get better at getting ready quickly. Maybe I will learn how to set up my lights so it works better. And here's the thing, when you pursue one goal, you're not just accomplishing that one goal. You never know what other thing you're accomplishing. Pursuit of a goal is like growing as a tree. It's like growing as a tree branch. You see, the stems are here, but the flowers are going in all directions. That's how success works. Every positive endeavor that you take today, it will pay off if you just have hope. Does that make sense? Sometimes I wonder if it makes sense. It makes perfect sense in my head. I will also concede to the fact that these mundane days and mundane tasks can be quite soul-sucking if you don't have a purpose for them. But if you know where you're going and you have hope that whatever it is you're doing will pay off eventually, and again, the trick that I taught you, right? Do not get so hung up about one result that you want. Just know that your success, that your growth will be more like a tree and tree branches, and you never know where the opportunity will come. And when you think this way, life becomes a big play. Life becomes a big game. My name is Joy, isn't it? So I try to approach things from a joyful perspective as much as possible. So once you made the decision to actually do something to make positive changes in your life, then you know you have to go through many mundane, boring days and mundane, boring tasks. If you cannot avoid this necessary process, you might as well enjoy it. You cannot be miserable the whole time when you're trying to get there. Let's be honest, nobody likes a miserable person. Even I don't like myself when I'm miserable. Although I admit some days it's very hard. I get it. But you know, this is for your own benefit. And happiness is also discipline, in my personal opinion, because it requires you to shift your perspective. It requires you to focus on positive action, just as how I said last week. And it helps you get closer to your goal in reality, not just in your head. So as far as mentality is concerned, that's how you can enjoy the mundane. On the practical side, if you want to enjoy the mundane, I would like to invite you to celebrate small successes. Maybe you don't have a lot of money. Maybe you don't have a lot of stuff. Maybe you don't have a lot of time. Then you gotta find other ways to celebrate it. For instance, I know I'm sort of stuck at my shop most hours of the day, but instead of sitting there and wondering why I'm stuck or, you know, focusing on how I have to work so many hours, I try to focus on all the positive things that I could do. For instance, enjoying beautiful bouquet of roses. And I get to look at it all day long because I'm here all day long. And I'm able to make YouTube content during downtime, which is amazing. I can stay creative. I can practice my speaking skills. I can work on my paper, my thesis, and put towards my education. So essentially what I'm saying is enjoy the mundane and also make sure to focus on the positive thing that you can gain from any circumstances. I said this before, right? People who have all the wealth in the world, the most wealth, will still be jealous of people who don't have it if they're not careful. You could become a billionaire someday and then you'll still be jealous of somebody's youth because they have more opportunities in the future, maybe. None of us have more time. We all have limited time in this world. None of us get to live eternally unless you're a vampire, then I don't know. But do you know what I mean? So there's always something to be unhappy about if you're focused on that. But instead of doing that, I would like to invite you to focus on the positive. I'm not asking you to be delusional. I'm asking you to be realistic about what things you can gain from each experience. One thing I could tell you for sure is only focusing on the negative and never taking any action and only complaining will never accomplish anything for you. So always focus on the positive. Always make sure you take actions that are beneficial. Do not try to control your environment. Only focus on controlling yourself so you can better influence your environment. But if it doesn't work, that's great. You learned a lesson. Find the way that works. I'm only speaking from an experience of a person who is going through this with you. I'm not, again, some kind of guru. I don't have it all together. I am pretty successful when it comes to never letting anything discourage me to a point where I don't work on improving myself and work on enjoying my mundane life. Because I know that all these mundane days and all these mundane tasks will someday bloom into some kind of beautiful flower. I'm not sure if it will be roses. I'm not sure if it will be a sunflower. I'm not sure if it will be a new type of flower. All I know is that every time I pour positive energy and action into my life, it will come back to me as a form of results, sometimes predicted, sometimes a beautiful surprise. That's what I wanted to talk about for this week's intro, and without further ado, let's start this week's Minimalist home tour. Let's go! Hello everyone, let's start this week's Minimalist home tour. Of course, there's my bedroom, and I'm kind of excited because my bed is done for once, and my nail is cute and nude and pink. But anyway, so here's my little trash can that I use to usually put my toilet paper after I blow my nose. And I'm trying to use this handkerchief. I heard handkerchiefs are better for blowing your nose into for your skin. But of course, knowing me, I'm probably going to be using this a lot more. My bedroom area is looking good. And today we'll actually go over here. These are the things that I'm going to be taking to work today. So I've got my work laundry as well as clean workout outfit I'm gonna wear later on. And of course, I've got my running shoes. So I'm making sure I take these to work because if I take them, then I can just drop by the gym on my way home. I'm kind of eliminating the chance of me not wanting to go by having the items ready to go with me. So contrary to what people might think that minimalists don't like their stuff, I love my stuff. Sometimes I use stuff to motivate me to do things that I should be doing. And I know for a fact that I'm gonna be working late today, so maybe get off around 9 or 10 p.m. And so that means I only got like 2 hours to go to the gym and get my workout. So I made sure that I have all the stuff ready to go so I don't get tempted to come home and relax instead of going. I mean, of course, there's nothing wrong with just relaxing if I so choose. But again, I am sort of, how do I say, encouraging myself to make the right decisions for the day. And of course, here's my regular home laundry. And I actually don't have that much laundry. That's why I put it over there. So I can also get a nice thumbnail shot on this side as usual. And we'll move over here. I'm also very excited to show you something up there, but for now, let's go over here. And these are all my clean in-season clothes. And of course, you can see my folded towels in there as well. And of course, my winter clothes and anything that I don't need right away, papers and stuff like that, stay in that suitcase. There's still some clothes in here that I was planning on putting in the donation bin. I've just not done that yet. Again, I'm not too stressed out about getting everything perfect the first time. I just generally, in general, try to be in forward motion. And of course, you can see I still need to eat up these vegetables. I have been cooking a bit. You'll see in the kitchen later, which I'm very excited about. And you can see I've done some grocery shopping. So I've still not gotten a filter for my Brita. I'm not even sure if I'm going to do it anymore, just because I notice it's very easy for that Brita thing to get moldy if I'm not careful. So I don't know, for now I'm just fine ordering water. And of course there's kimchi and spam and fruit and stuff like that, which reminds me I do need to take some fruit to work today for lunch. And of course here's the bathroom. And I wanted to show you, I've still not decluttered this conditioner, unlike how I told y'all, because I think that conditioner had more left in it than it looked. So I'm still using it up, but I'm guessing after this week I'll be able to open this new conditioner. But I just wanted to show you that sometimes it's okay not to predict everything. And over here, of course, there's my cleaning supplies back there in the corner. It's not perfect, but I'm not worried about it, of course. And you can see I've used up most of my hotel amenity things, but I still have this shower gel left, so I use it to like shave my legs or something. And speaking of shaving, there's a razor, of course, and makeup oil, and then the cleansing foam. So I use two-step cleansing, which is very nice. And I want to show you there's really not much up here, but let's go over here. I've got my toothbrush up there, medicated cream, because my fingers still don't look too great, but it's a lot better now. And the nails help. And of course there's my hair brush, and here's the toner, and you can see I'm slowly using it up. Body lotion, face cream, which I need to get some new ones. And of course deodorant, you need it in summer, and floss. This disinfectant thing for my fingers, of course, and then this makeup remover wipes, and this skin and emulsion that I got as a gift, which is very nice. Yeah, and that's my bathroom here. And let's go into the kitchen area. Ta-da! Of course, I've got a bunch of shoes here. I've got a couple more shoes at work. I need to do like a whole tour of my closet soon. Maybe I'll do it for 5,000 subscribers. I was thinking about maybe I'll even put on all my outfits. But more thought on that later. I'm a little like wary of putting all my clothes on, just because I don't really want people to recognize me in public. And I have met someone new, like a friend, and then they told me that they've seen me somewhere, which kind of freaked me out a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. They were like, "Are you like an influencer?" I'm like, "Oh, probably not." You know, that's a little, I don't know. I'm an introvert by nature, so Anyway, so here's my dishes, and you can see I've actually done my dishes. That can use some clean, obviously. I might need to get a new frying pan soon, which is fine. When I got the frying pan, I fully expected me to probably upgrade to a new one just because I only have one cooking gear. So of course it's going to wear and tear a lot faster, but I'm just happy to switch things up if necessary. I'm not too worried about, I don't feel that guilty discarding an item that I've already used, because, you know, I can always replace it with the same thing, but just new. And of course over here, I've ordered some more toilet paper, and I've taken out a big bag of trash, so I don't have a trash bag that's out yet, but I'm going to be taking one of those out. Of course, laundry detergent, you need it. And my picnic mat that I got to go to the outdoor pool. I love to do it again, but I haven't been able to do it. So yeah, that's what's up. And of course, there's my cooking oils and stuff like that up there. And let's move over here. You can see I've actually taken out my rice packets. So there was a box here last week, if you remember, with the packaged rice that I ordered. But now there's now that I've taken them out and organized them, I actually put one in my backpack to take to work because I want to try and eat something at work that I've already cooked for dinner as well. So maybe for lunch I will get like a box meal from a convenience store. Maybe I can include a video clip of what a $4 box meal is like. But yeah, so I have all the miscellaneous items here, like bunch of, oh yeah, passport, forgot about that. Yeah, but anything like extra that I don't need right away, I keep there. And it's so funny that some of my subscribers pointed out there's a mannequin head in here that I keep forgetting to take to work, so it's kind of funny to them because it's like I'm abandoning it, and that is definitely abandoned. I don't think about that mannequin head because I don't need it right away. Let's move over here because I told you I wanted to show you something. But of course, I got this notebook. This was actually my backpack, but I took it out to take some notes. So here's it's like my idea book. I plan things on here, even like book chapters. You can see sometimes I study like random language. If I have all the time in the world, I will probably be fluent in more languages because I love learning languages now. Obviously, if you watch the intro, you know why. And I wanted to show you, this is the part that I'm really excited about. I got a couple of new jewelry. Maybe I will do a jewelry tour, but I think these are so cute. I got these like gold earrings and then bracelet, and then of course this is my class ring and this cute blue topaz ring. I'm gonna put these on. Maybe you'll start seeing them in my intros more often, but I'm very excited. That's what I want to show you. And y'all, that is my home tour for this week. I hope y'all liked it, and let's just go to the outro. So that was my home tour for this week. Yes, I accidentally deleted my outro video, so therefore I am recording separately, but you can see the jewelry now. I hope you enjoyed this home tour. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time with more content. Bye! Good luck! Mwah.